Welcome back for another episode of Cuphead. In today's video, we're going to try to finish out File 3, starting with Dr. Kahl and his robot.
Here's a real high-class bout. And begin!
Dr. Kahl can be a really hard fight. In Phase 1, you have 3 different parts of the robot's body that you have to attack. There's an antenna on the head that shoots a big energy beam that fans out from the tip. There's a hatch in the chest that will deploy a robot that you'll have to parry, and it shoots a vertical beam from both ends. There's also another hatch in the stomach, and this one deploys little robots that fly in an S pattern up the screen. When you destroy the antenna, the head will transform into a cannon that shoots giant bolts at you. With the chest, arms will start extending and snaking around each other, coming through the center from behind, and when they retract, they shoot off electricity. And the stomach switches to missiles, which will start chasing you. When all 3 are destroyed, the robot's heart will pop out for you to attack. And once it's destroyed, we enter Phase 2, where the head will start rocketing around and deploying the same bombs that were coming out of the stomach in Phase 1. These bombs can be blown up with enough damage or by forcing them to run into something like each other. Just be careful with the blasts. Alright, now we're on to Phase 3. In this phase, the doctor likes to pull out a gem and the robot's eyes somehow power it up, shooting off a bunch of energy blasts. You also have electrified walls lowering and rising in from off-screen. This phase is probably the hardest to get through without getting hit. The key is to focus on dodging and let damage happen passively. While doing this makes the fight last longer, it increases your survival chances or even making a no-hit run possible. And with that, we got what I believe is the best possible score to us right now, an A+. This did open up the garage so you can walk through, but you could also just walk around the back of the junkyard as well. Now time for a few bloopers. In the first and last one, it's simply just not being used to so much going on. But in the middle one, it's just an epically mistimed parry. Now we're going to take on Cara Maria.
A brawl is surely brewing. Now go!
She has a lot of different attacks in Phase 1. To start, she likes to shoot 3 pirate ghosts out of her mouth that charge right at you. And she does this 3 times. She's got 2 minions that pop up at the bottom of the screen that she likes to summon. The first is a seahorse that likes to spit water up like a fountain, and while it doesn't damage you, it makes it hard to dodge. The other thing she likes to summon is a turtle whose shell is a cannon that shoots sea mines into the air, and they explode, shooting bullets in every direction. While summoning these, she has a tendency to grab these fish out of the ocean and squeeze them. They come in 2 colors. The yellow one will shoot out a heat-seeking eel. It's electrified and spinning. The other one is red and it gets squeezed 3 times, and each time it shoots off 6 fireballs in a spread shot pattern. One of the 6 fireballs is parryable. And for the last attack she does in this phase, she likes to summon a bunch of pufferfish that float up from the bottom of the sea. The turtle, seahorse, and pufferfish are all killable. Now for Phase 2, she's going to be bitten by 2 eels, and this will transform her into a form of Medusa. This is a good spot to sit when she's trying to turn you into stone. The other thing you must look out for in this phase are all the eels. They will shoot out 5 bullets that are electrified, and they come out in a spread shot-like pattern as well. These eels are also killable. I've found that if you're being overwhelmed by them, try using your super attack when it's not full. It sends out a larger biting bullet. A few of those will clear them out while doing damage to her as well. Now for the final phase. In this one we enter a cave and her head detaches from her body. In this cave there are floating barriers that you need to always try to line up to where you automatically pass them. Her snake hair will also shoot off poison bubbles trying to hit you. So you're going to need to be actively lining yourself up in order to miss these things. That way, if you do get turned to stone, you don't run into them. Not bad, we got an A-. She opens up a staircase up to Sally's stage play. Now here's a few bloopers. The first one shows what happens if you're not cleaning out the eels in time. And the second shows what happens if you're not paying attention in the cave. And now for the final boss blocking access to Inkwell Hell, the Phantom Express. For phase 1, you're just fighting this ghost that keeps shooting eyes out of its hands, but they can be destroyed. Those two wheels on either end of the rail car will move it in that direction when parried. The other thing you've likely noticed by now is the flying pumpkins that are carrying what looks like pink soap bars. If not killed, they will drop this soap directly onto the wheels of the rail car. This will move the rail car when you likely don't want it to be moved. So you'll need to keep an eye out for those. These two mechanics will be around for the entire fight. Alright, we're going to phase 2. We're going to move to the middle so we're right underneath where the giant skeleton's head always starts. I prefer keeping the rail car here in this phase, and I'll show you why. Ouch, of course I messed up that placement. So as you've noticed, the only real attack it tries to do is slamming its hands down on top of you. But if you line up right on the edge where the wheels of the rail car are, just like I did, it actually can't hurt you. Alright, time for phase 3. So there's two of... well, I don't really know what to call these things, but there's two of them. If you place yourself right at the edge here and jump at the perfect timing, you'll dodge the attacks. These things charge up and spit electricity out at the ground and detach their heads, making it to where you're only safe when underneath the opposite one. Also, as you've noticed, the pumpkins have been replaced by ghosts. When these ghosts are killed, they drop pink skulls that act just like pumpkin soap bars. Okay, time for the final phase. We now have to fight the train itself. You'll need to parry the light bulb tail, and this will open up the hatch on its side, exposing the heart and allowing you to hurt it. When the heart is exposed, little fireballs will be shooting off in random directions. The train will also be throwing out bones in a circular shape. These will line up and come at you at whatever height they found you at. And with that, we've removed the final barrier to Inkwell Hell. We ended up getting a B+. Now I'll show you a few simple mistake bloopers. Well, this is the end of the video. If you enjoyed it, a like and so would be much appreciated. If you're willing, I've pinned a comment down below and would very much appreciate your feedback. Tune in for the next episode where we're going to take on King Dice and his army of minions. You've been watching Cosmic Respawn Gaming, and remember, every respawn is an epic quest.